Hello, everyone, and welcome to another commentated Corp Draw video. We're here at the Phoenix Regionals at Game Depot, and here we have Darren Eskandari versus Jordan Nelson, who was actually the winner of this event. So
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. This is round 2, and we have...
Jordan Nelson on Kate.
Yes.
While Darren Eskandari is on...
Making news, I believe.
No, The World is Yours.
Yes, the world is yours.
The World is Yours. So a quick turn 1 from Darren brings install, and then install on a remote.
Yes. I wonder what that could be.
Probably going to be a Sansan, or maybe like a Mark to Cancel, something like that.
Yeah.
Now on Jordan's side, we just have some money, some quality times. Just setting up.
Yes, absolutely. Getting going here. Making some money. He's got a little bit now.
Katie Jones, man. Kate and Katie.
Yes.
I wonder if they're actually friends.
They could be. That's a good point.
So we see a sweep here. Looks like it netted him the full 4.
Yep.
So sweep, double money.
That's always good.
I think we want to see some runs here from Jordan to make him spend some of that money.
Yes.
So it looks like Darren's currently on 11, which is
he's going to load Katie.
It's a good amount for $11 is a good amount for a fast advanced player because they could,
especially to start,
they could biotic, they could Sansan City Grid into AstroScript really early.
Yep, absolutely.
So I think it's a really good idea here as Jordan to make some runs, but he just opts to do a little bit more setup. Plays the same old thing, Corroder.
Loads Katie.
Exactly what I was expecting.
Yep, the Sansan advances twice and scores.
Heal Hands.
It's
my favorite agenda to score first.
Yes.
So good. Either that or an AstroScript, obviously. But,
it does make you a lot of money over time.
So much money. Because you could just install and then click twice for $3.
Yep, that's very good.
So good. There's often times where you have only one thing to do each turn. So instead of clicking twice, you just click click twice for $3.
Yep,
really good.
Yeah, it's a very good play.
All right, over on Jordan's side, I think he's kind of hesitant to make a run now because he played the Corroder.
Yep.
I think he played the Corroder just because, well, I don't know. Maybe he was scared of some damaging ice. And losing the Corroder. So he does opt to go kill that Sansan.
Probably a good idea.
A resed Sansan is the best one to kill because they've already spent the money, and
he did not get an AstroScript out of it, so you're pretty happy about that.
Exactly, and he plays another same old thing. So a bit of a slow start from Jordan, I think, with some cards that normally are useful later in the game.
He's not putting a lot of early pressure on Darren at all right now.
The only pressure really is the early Sansan kill.
Yep. And Darren, you noticed a couple seconds ago, was eating a little power bar, which is a good tip in long tournaments, actually.
Yeah, exactly.
Make sure that you have some snacks because you don't always get a lunch break. So
yeah. Especially at big tournaments like Gen Con or Worlds.
Yep, that's a great tip.
Don't get a break.
Yep, that's a very good lesson for everyone out there, I think.
So it looks like Darren took 3 from Heal Hands and installed over R&D.
Yes.
And back on Jordan's side, we have a quality time, drawing a ball of the cards.
Yep, probably searching for his rig, I would imagine.
Searching for the rig. He probably wants a killer right now, like a Mimic or just something that can give him some protection against the stray roto turret.
Yep.
I guess a clone chip will do a similar thing.
Yep. Sure gamble.
He also has making the money, doing some setup.
This deck's like a prepaid voice pad deck, is it not?
Prepaid voice pad for the sure gambles, the quality times,
lucky finds. Yeah, those are really good.
A lot of good targets in this deck.
Yep. Lots of good events, also just in Shaper in general.
Mm-hmm. A lot of events that don't cost 0.
Yes,
right.
Exactly.
Because there's a lot of events that cost 0 in in Criminal, so maybe prepaid voice pad isn't exactly the best card for Criminal.
Yeah.
But
with
Shaper,
the quality times, Levy, all that's Maker's Eye, all those are great prepaid voice pad targets.
The only bad targets in Shaper are Indexing and Diesel.
Yep.
But
Escher also is a possibility.
Escher, yeah. The thing is, like with Indexing, you could click 1, Indexing, click 2, Maker's Eye. So
that's true.
You're
still good.
Yep, still good. So Jordan modded out a
RDI
interface.
Yep. It's a multi-access card, so you're going to get to see extra cards when he decides to make some runs.
But in the previous turn, Darren had just making some money, using Heal of Hands to great effect to gain $4.
Yep. He's going to also Dirty Laundry to Archives, gain some more money. So he's pretty up on money right now.
Darren starts to build the remote by installing a piece of ice.
Yep.
Something face down. What could it be?
Going to make him test it.
So install, gain $1. So Jordan,
quality
I
times
think it's
again.
the third one.
I believe he's
looking for some things.
Yep, I see a data sucker that he drew, an account siphon, another R&D interface, and I believe a self-modifying code, which is
probably one thing that he's been looking for.
I would imagine, yeah. That definitely.
Boom.
Yep, there you go.
Now he can pretty much run with impunity because
it doesn't matter.
We know that he has cards like Parasite and Mimic, so he can
So we see a guard from Darren.
And to run on the remote.
Jordan's going to use the self-modifying code. We did see a data sucker, so it's probably a Mimic. There it is.
Mm-hmm. Mimic breaks in for 1. What's it going to be?
It is Jackson
Howard. Looks like Jordan's on $7 right now.
And looks like...
Yeah, I think it's not a bad
Darren's
choice.
going to let him trash it. That's probably a good choice.
Jackson Howard would be really good in this position just because Darren doesn't have many cards in hand. He might, start digging for some agendas to score.
Yeah. And also, I don't think it's a bad play from Darren to let him trash it. There's probably not a lot in his archives right now, and you're just siphoning some more money off of Jordan, who just a couple turns ago had 16 credits, and now he's down to 4.
Right. It's kind of floundering on money. Katie Jones has been giving in some money, but it's really slow money.
Yeah.
There's nothing like Magnum Opus or...
Yeah, and then with the Dirty Laundry, and he's also played a Sure Gambler too, and he hasn't had the prepaid voice pads to really make those,
cheaper,
to boost
more
those up.
Yeah.
Yep. Which they really can. I mean, especially the Dirty Laundries and the prepaid voice pad, like you can really start to get a lot of money quick.
Mm-hmm. That is very true. I think. Okay, Darren just takes money. No, actually, I believe this is Jordan discarding because he had too many cards in hand.
Yeah.
And now Darren's taking money.
Yep.
Okay. So I think if I were Darren, I'd try and find something that's not that guard to
probably
to be in the remote because Mimic is really good against it.
That's true.
I guess so. Guard did make Jordan spend a lot of money, right? He had to spend his self-modifying code and $2 and 3 credits to install to find the
and 1 to break,
Mimic.
and then he paid 3 more to trash to Jackson Howard.
So it was a good trade of resources. However, guard is not going to be very effective going forward in stopping.
Yeah.
It's not very taxing at all either.
Nope. It's going to count siphon.
Darren's
checking his ice.
Jordan with $10, a clone chip.
Or Darren's checking his ice. See what he wants to do.
Mm-hmm. It's probably not good enough to stop the count siphon through a clone chip into self-modifying code.
Yeah.
So he just doesn't want to res the ice or lose the money.
Yep. So now Jordan's going to go up big. Now he's back to 20 credits. It's a lot.
Now in the face of 2 same old things, we may see this turn after turn.
That's true.
And Darren just takes $3. I think this is just asking for another
account siphon. Yeah, probably.
Or it takes $4 because of heal hands.
Yes. That's always good.
There it is. Account siphon. So that first account siphon just feeds the other ones because the clone chip can find anything you need to get through the that HQ piece of ice. And it just happens and he removes the tags. So the Katie or the same old thing cannot be killed.
Yes. Probably a wise decision.
Take some more money.
And does it again?
See, it's actually only netting Darren -1 credit each turn because he can click Healing Hands for 3 and then use his final click for 1.
So he's just going to let him use him. Although you are giving Jordan a lot of money.
Mm-hmm. A lot of money. Sitting at, looks like 28 credits. So Darren clicks Healing Hands for 3 credits. There's one more click. I think we need to start installing some ice.
Yeah, I mean, finding ice. And unfortunately, right now, Darren's not been able to find ice or agendas.
Mm-hmm. Which makes me wonder, what's in his hand? What kind of cards does he have?
Yeah.
Maybe he just has like wraparounds and like roto turrets and guards.
Yeah.
Because those ice are really quickly outclassed by the breakers.
Yeah, definitely. One reason, I don't really like playing those anymore. Mm-hmm. Those types of ice. They're just, anything that costs 1 to get into after a rig setup is just asking to be destroyed.
That's true. That's true. Either that or like a roto turret just asking for a parasite.
That's true.
So just running robust ice is something that we're seeing more recently.
Yeah.
The thing about the World Is Yours is that it's trying to score those early agendas. Yeah. Essentially those early Astra scripts. And it looks like Darren really hasn't found any agendas that he's wanted to score.
Yeah. I mean, I would say that we're officially out of early game at this point. We're Definitely. Well into mid game. So
and almost at late game because Jordan just needs one more breaker to have the full suite.
That's true. And he has the self-modifying code out, so you pretty much have it.
So makes a run on R&D. We see a pop-up window into a wraparound, quickly outclassed by that corroder.
That's true.
So it costs $2 total for the run.
Yep.
Accessing the top 3 cards. We see Toll Booth, wraparound, and Astro Script. Ouch.
That's a tough pull.
I think this kind of seals the deal just because, costing only $2 to get into R&D. With 2 R&D interfaces, Jordan's going to be hammering R&D each turn.
Yeah.
So I think Darren's got to be frantic to come up with some points.
Yes, absolutely.
And
he's going to be in a tough position because if it's agendas that he was looking for, he's not going to. It's going to be hard to find him now that Jordan has established this R&D lock.
Mm-hmm. So right now Jordan knows the top 1 card, the topmost card of R&D.
Yes.
So if he does make another run, he sees 2 new cards,
and it's only $2. And with costing $2 to get in, I would just do that every single turn.
Oh yeah, why not?
I mean, he's running, pretty much with impunity at this point.
Mm-hmm. And I think actually this is my bet. I bet we're going to see Jordan parasite that pop-up window because
he does love it.
He loathes pop-up window and he loves killing them. Because, if you're playing Account Siphon, you don't want to give the Account Siphon to deny.
Yeah.
You don't want to give the Corp money each time you make a run.
That's true. And also, it's a deceptively taxing piece of ice because it is, even though it only costs 1 to get through, it's still a 2-credit swing.
Exactly.
Which is still, pretty good.
Looks like we saw a fast track out of HQ, just a run to HQ.
Yep. And not playing it because he just doesn't feel safe anywhere right now. Gonna go find the Yogg.
Yogg makes it so it's only a single credit swing for
yep,
for the pop-up window.
It definitely makes it better. So now he's getting into R&D for 1 credit to see 3 cards. That's pretty good.
Oh, hey-yo. There it is.
Good call, Josh. Yes, Jordan does not like pop-up window.
I think, I don't know if I would run R&D right now. We don't have any data sucker tokens or data suckers installed, so...
he does have a data sucker in his hand, though.
I guess it really couldn't be that bad. The only thing that it really could be is like an archer.
Yeah.
But I don't think the archer is... it could be in this deck,
Sure.
So I think Jordan still just has to respect it. So that's probably why he's not running
Darren checking the deck, seeing if there's going to be another account siphon coming.
Little does he know that Jordan only has one in the deck. I'm
assuming he has 3 same old things, though.
Yeah, 3 same old things, and like same old thing for cards like Levy or some of the like Quality Time.
He's probably also counting influence to see
what he can expect. Yeah, exactly.
Is he going to see pretty much Shaper cards at this point, or is there some more tricks in his deck?
Mm-hmm. So it looks like we have a take 3 and install over archives, which is actually a really good move, seeing that he's playing Yogg. He's like, oh, we got Yogg. We're trying to get this toll booth to work. Let's stop the data sucker tokens that we know are inevitable.
Yep, and there it is. Mm-hmm. And not only that, he also doesn't want to give him free dirty laundry runs either, probably.
Oh, it's an archer.
Boosh.
Ah, totally called it.
Yes, you did. Let's see what he chooses to pick.
I think we're going to get the Mimic and the Corroder. That's what I would pick. Either that, well, if he's got Enigma over HQ, I might get the Yogg. But, yeah, Mimic and maybe Data Sucker too, because that means... Okay, that's also fair. Depends on what the ice that he has installed.
Yeah. I think he can keep the Corroder, like he's not going to get to that wraparound very easily right now.
Yeah, the Corroder was the easiest one not to choose.
Yeah, and obviously he knows what the 2 pieces of ice that are unresed are, so that's probably factoring into his decision also.
Right. I think
also those are the 2 that cost the most. Which
that's true.
I don't know.
That's true.
Sometimes I think about that. Is that something that you think about ever when you trash programs?
Sometimes. I mean, if you know that Jordan's running Clone Chip, then that's definitely a factor in my mind.
And he is. We did see it. Although he already used it.
He already used 1. Yes.
Yeah, but you got to expect more. Mm-hmm. And then in Shaper, I mean, you can always throw in, especially with all these events that Jordan's running. He probably is running a Levy.
Yeah, I did see him play a Levy. Yes, he is playing a Levy. So we'll probably. I don't think we'll see him Levy. I think we're going to see him try and dig for a Clone Chip,
or install more data suckers and run HQ.
This could be a Roto Turret. He's being really risky right now, I think. But no risk, no reward.
Well, there you go. There's a toll booth.
-$3. -$8 on the Corp side, but -$3 every time you attack.
That is a fact.
HQ. So I think Darren's got to be feeling pretty happy about how things are right now.
Dirty laundry, the archives.
Pop-up window. That's what I want to see right here.
That would be pretty good.
Because, if he's playing Data Sucker, right, he wants the easy Data Sucker tokens. Most of the time, Archives is an easy place to search, but...
He's going to give him the 2 Data Sucker tokens. He's not going to res that. Must cost more than 2, is my guess.
It could have been a wraparound, and that's just trading $2 for 1.
Yeah, that's true. That's not a good trade.
He probably just installed... If he knows that it's a wraparound, then he probably just installed it to kind of dissuade... an Archives run?
Sure. It could also be something like an Enigma that he just, didn't quite have enough money to res.
That's possible.
So those 2 Data Sucker tokens are pretty good.
Darren, okay, so this is the point in the game when Darren has...
the opportunity to come back. Because he was down. I think he was in a losing position. That Archer has put him back in control of the game. And it is important right now that he... start to take control.
Mm-hmm. He needs to
find agendas.
Maybe
quickly.
He should use fast track right now.
I almost would.
I mean, it depends on. It was a. Is that a quandary?
That's a quandary. It's going to keep him out though.
Yeah.
So I wonder what he trashed. It must have been. You're probably right. It was probably a wraparound.
Mm-hmm. I think if I were Darren, I would use that fast track. So most of the time, I see people using fast track in this type of deck as a combo card to, they have a res Sansan and a scored Astra script. That can just chain you through Astra scripts. But I think at this point, it'd be more important to find the first Astra script.
Yep. So he's going to install a card. Going to res to
marked accounts.
That's pretty good.
Man, if I were playing NBN, this is a card that I would play.
It does make you a lot of money over time.
So good. Res is for 0. Trash is for 5. It's just a gigantic amount of...
It is. He also Jordan parasited the Archer, in case you did not notice that.
Mm-hmm. It's a good move. It'll eventually pay off, I think, because unless Darren does a clear, probably in the next turn or two.
There's a prepaid voice pad that he installs. Finally, found it.
Yeah, all 3 in the bottom 15 cards or so. It looks like.
Mm-hmm. See a daily cast that he installs.
Making the money. I think he still needs to find some way to get the Mimic back.
Then he's going to dirty laundry marked accounts with his prepaid voice pad.
Is he going to kill it?
He does.
He does.
Probably a good move.
I think it's a good move. Darren's only on 3 credits right now.
Yep.
We don't want that trickle economy. Darren did spend the click to install and the click to give it money.
Yep, that's true.
So that's 2 clicks.
And he's going to score
a Beal. He is taking advantage of the scoring window, which is good.
Yes.
If only that was an Astro script that he could have found with a fast track, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe he should have.
That's a good point. Because you know that he does have it.
I think definitely in hindsight, he should have fast tracked for the Astro script because
Jordan just levied.
Well, and Jordan didn't run that remote, right?
That's correct.
So maybe we know that Jordan has no capability of getting into that remote right now.
That's a good point.
So,
and he didn't seem to have a lot of capability of getting into HQ at the moment, so it's probably pretty safe there.
Mm-hmm. You could even just fast track just to have it.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, he has to find the Yogg, play the Yogg, and then also have the sucker tokens for it, which he does have right now. But that's for a single access. And that's $3 per run. I think fast tracking for an Astro script right here would be a really good move.
Yeah.
And then, just taking money.
I did see that Jordan drew into, I think he has a self-modifying code in his hand now.
With enough money to
he does have
play and
4.
find.
He does have 4 memory out though, so that might be a problem for him.
That's true. Does need to find some mem chips of some type.
He trashed some mem chips earlier, so that might come back to haunt him. If he wants everything out, that's out.
Another daily casts.
2 is better than 1.
I think we just need to money up here. If I were Darren,
yeah,
we need to make some money, and I think the next turn we can fast track. Sweeps week. He is so happy to have that.
Yes.
So that puts him at. So it looks like Jordan only has 4 cards in hand right now.
Yep.
But I'm sorry. That's not a fast track. That's an NAPD.
Oh yeah.
That's an NAPD contract. That's a perfect card to have in hand right now. If Jordan ever starts running it. Puts the Archer to strength 3.
He can mimic it right now.
He could mimic it, yes, but
or he could kill it.
Cannot kill it
soon.
He needs 1 more token, and I think Darren needs to wipe tokens next turn.
Yeah, for sure.
Wiping tokens is going to be really strong because currently he has no access to centrals if the tokens are wiped.
Yep.
I mean, we do know that Jordan has the self-modifying code, but it's going to be a while before he actually wants to play it.
Yeah, I agree.
Because of Akamatsu Memchip.
Yep. And that Parasite's kind of doing work right now for him.
Mm-hmm.
Finds another prepaid voice pad. Definitely something he's happy to have.
What are we going to see here? Sure, Gamble. Making a little bit more than $4 this time.
Making 6.
Boom.
And that's the power of a prepaid voice pad at work right there. It compounds the effect that those operation or the event money has.
Exactly. So it looks like Darren does decide to save his Archer with a virus sweep.
I think that's good. I mean, Archer's if he can keep Jordan, the longer he can keep Jordan out, the better. And I mean, that Archer is huge right now.
He also did spend a lot of resources to res the Archer, right? Because he did the San City grid into Gila hands and sacrificed his economy producing agenda.
That is a fact.
So it's a big sacrifice. He wants to preserve the effort that he took into that, and it's also being really effective at keeping Jordan out of R&D.
Yep.
Because Jordan has the 2 R&D interfaces that he's used time and money on, So it's a good move.
Yep. I think if he could put something a little bit bigger on archives, I think he'd be in a really good position also. Because after that, once you wipe, he's not going to have any data sucker tokens.
You could put something like, I don't know if he has it, but a really taxing sentry would be really good. Like Data Raven or maybe like an Ichi one, something like that.
Yep. He's going to pitch the self-modifying code. Pitch yourself.
Cannot play any of these cards.
Yep. Same old thing he ditches. That's interesting.
I think that's fine.
Yeah.
He doesn't really have anything that he needs to play or wants to play.
Yeah.
He just needs to find that mem chip. This is a perfect time for Darren to try and start scoring some agendas.
Yep.
He might even want to try scoring that NAPD contract that's in his hand. I know it really sucks to score that agenda. I hate scoring it.
But you need points.
But you need points to win.
And if the Astro Strips aren't coming, you have to score something.
Biotic Labor. Into. Install. Oh, he has a shipment as well. Shipment from Sansan and Advance. Please tell me it's an Astro Script.
Another Heal of Hands.
Man. Heal of Hands is not bad.
Nope.
It'll dig him out of that money hole that he just put himself into. But,
man, I think at this point, would you have still tried to score the NAPD contracts first? I think I would have.
Maybe. Jordan's really not floundering on money at all, so I don't know. I would prefer to score any 3 for anything agenda before the NAPD contract in this circumstance. Yeah. Just because Jordan's really rich. He'll probably steal the NAPD if he
kills the Quandary, trashes the Corroder. Interesting.
Wow.
He wants the extra data sucker.
He wants the data sucker tokens for the.
And he knows that he can get that. Install. He can get a Corroder back. I'm sure is what he's thinking.
Mm-hmm. It was a wraparound on archives.
Yep.
He's going to take the. He's probably just going to kill it now before the.
Yep.
And just run face first into the wraparound.
It's a good move.
Totally fine by me.
Yeah.
Take the opportunity while you have to kill that archer. But
I mean, he's a clone chip away from really hammering R&D.
Exactly. Yep. So he takes $3 for his first 2 clicks, and then installs.
Yep.
Now that may be an NAPD contract. That may just be a Jackson Howard, something like that.
Could also be Sansan. There's the clone chip.
Clone chip. Oh boy, he's been waiting for that.
And that boom. That's a big play from Jordan. He's ready to make things happen.
He's got the Paris. I might have run archives first, just to get 2 tokens on my data suckers
in case there's another archer.
Right, another archer, or looks like he ended up not rezzing it. But
getting a mimic.
Mm-hmm. Jackson Howard.
It is a Jackson.
What would I get here? Do we get money cards? I might get the archer, honestly.
Biotic
Labor is pretty good.
Though he doesn't have a lot of money. Probably.
Honestly, I really like getting the archer back here because Jordan spent a lot of resources getting it back. Maybe if he puts it back, it makes Jordan think that every single installed piece of ice is an archer, right?
Yeah.
When so he has to have the 3 tokens.
He's got to respect it more. Yeah.
So.
See, he's still.
It could
thinking.
be a pop-up window. Actually, wouldn't be a bad idea either.
Yeah, and he's down on money.
Just because, knowing Jordan, it's kind of a Jackson Howard. That's fine. That's a fine idea.
Yeah, that works. So now Jordan has the clone chip to get out the.
I really wonder what piece of ice is in front of that guard.
Yeah.
Because I think a lot is kind of hinging upon that right now.
Yeah.
Because R&D is super weak.
He's going to make her eye on his last click. He's going to... This is a big... Yeah. Jordan's in a really good place right now, I think. I think the only agenda that Darren has right now is that NAPD contract. And he's going to see 5 cards right here.
He's going to see enough. Yeah, 5 cards. Five cards, no agendas. Oh my goodness.
So neither of them can find any agendas in Darren's deck, apparently.
Well, let's see. Darren's got some time. That's really good for him.
Yeah, he needs to start rebuilding.
I don't know if he is running fast track, but if he is, this is the time that he needs to use it.
Yep.
Because he has, well, you know what? It really depends on whatever is in front of that guard.
It does.
If he has a code gate in front of that guard, he has all the time in the world. Like he could score that agenda, whatever agenda he wants.
I think so. That play that Jordan made, trashing his corroder to parasite the Quandary. I mean, that was a really big play for him. I think it's really that
was a pretty next level play.
I mean, he went from a really losing position to a winning position.
Yeah, because of trashing the archer. Darren was,
and I'm pretty sure, levied again.
Wow. Just hitting the reset button again.
Why not? I mean, you're in a pretty good spot. Just go get everything that you need at this point.
And I think Darren had Jordan not killed the archer that turn, he would have been satisfied, protecting it with the virus clears.
Yep.
So taking that advantage or that time to.
And you saw he got another Maker's Eye for when he's ready to do that.
It's pretty good. I think
he's got another Parasite. If he can find some memory, parasiting like that toll booth isn't probably a terrible idea.
Yeah, he could parasite it.
He's got the clone chip.
Darren really needs an agenda. He really needs an agenda here.
Yeah, I mean, a little unlucky for not finding those agendas, and he needed early, but he did have the fast track. He probably should have taken advantage of that at some point.
Mm-hmm. So he installs over archives, takes $3. I think at this point he needs to kind of secure those centrals.
Yeah, for being this late in the game, he's very thin on ice.
Yeah, and that's mostly because of the parasites. Partially because some of his ice is really
weak,
on or off, right? Yep. The Quandary, it's on, because it keeps him out, but then when it's off, it's just useless.
Yep.
We need some ice over. Yep, there we go. Need some ice over R&D and taking some money from heel hands.
Yeah, that's definitely a place that he needs to protect really quickly.
Man, I like Healer Hand so much. How many times does he use it this game? Like
a lot.
6 or 7 times?
Probably.
That's a 1-point agenda giving you $7.
Yep.
That's Corporate War gives you $7, right?
Yeah.
And that's a 4 for 2.
That's a fact.
It's just super good.
So there's the Quandary. Obviously, Jordan knows the one thing that he needs to find right now.
Well, he knows 2 things he needs to find. He needs to find memory and a Yogg.
That is a fact. Good point. Memory is a thing.
Darren has bought himself some more time. He just needs the agendas in which to score them.
I do think Jordan probably should have... I feel when you have the memory, especially like one cost memory, I think you need to probably try and install that if you know that you're going to need it like this.
Right. Ah, man, that one turn that he discarded the mem chip, that was like... Of all cards to choose from his hand, that's the one that really bit him in the butt.
Yeah, a little bit. Well, right now, it's at least slowing him down.
Uh-huh. Looks like Darren found a Jackson Howard, or marked accounts. Marked accounts. All right.
And he kills it. Peace out, marked accounts.
Jordan's still rolling in money because that prepaid voice pad, he's been using it almost every turn. See, that's a diesel plus 2 cards right there.
For one credit, right?
No, for 0.
3. Oh yeah, he's got the
third
out. Oh wow, I didn't even realize he installed that.
That is a diesel for 5 cards instead of for 3. That's really good.
Found the Yogg.
Trashing a data sucker.
Kind of has to.
So now he runs into R&D for $1 each turn.
Yep.
Getting only 1 token for the data sucker, but
seeing 3 cards, which is pretty fantastic for 1 credit.
Oh my goodness.
Sees nothing.
He did know the top card. But
Darren, where are all your agendas?
Let's see. We've seen 4 total. He's probably running somewhere between 10 and 11.
And how many cards has Jordan seen out of R&D?
A lot.
And Darren's seen a lot, and none of them have been agendas.
It's probably the bottom 7.
Probably.
Installs another piece of ice. What is this guy here? Oh, this is an interns. Okay.
Nice. Good play.
Interns. Interesting. I might have opted for fast track instead of interns just because, well, fast track essentially increases the amount of agendas in your deck without increasing the amount that the runner can access.
So he's going to dirty laundry that remote right now. He's going to break that toll booth for 3.
And breaks the guard for 1.
Yep. And
he's going to kill the Sansan.
Yep. He gains. He's going to kill it.
Now Jordan is Poe.
Jordan's poor. Jordan also forgot to take all of his
dirty laundry money.
Yes, he did.
Ouch.
That's a bit of a player on his point because right now he could get in. Well, he just
and
got in.
I actually think he just paid for a pop-up window as well.
Yep.
That's a bit of a blunder here. He's down $6. Cheated himself out of $6.
Yep. That's a lot of money right now because I mean he gets into R&D for free.
For 2 or for 1.
For 1, yeah,
just for $1. Man, having 3 cards in R&D is pretty good. Knowing the top 3.
That was a really dangerous play that Jordan just made too. With no money, in 1 data sucker token, he ran archives on his 4th click. And Darren has the 1-pointer and 8 credits.
Well, he knows that an archer has been dealt with, right?
Sure.
How? I mean, we've seen a biotic labor, and we've seen an archer.
Yeah, that's the only influence.
Most likely, that's the only influence that we've seen. So.
Still a little,
but it could have been a roto turret.
It could have been a roto turret, though. Like that's
geez.
the thing. Like, I think that's a little bit dangerous.
It's risky.
It is risky.
Yeah, get rid of the Quandary here.
Let's see if he does.
Get rid of the Quandary. It's useless.
It is costing you more money than it's saving you right now. Let's see if he realizes. Nope.
Oh no.
He's just gonna trash it.
Yeah.
He's gonna trash the Yag again. Is what he wants to do.
That's true. If that's an archer,
then Quandary does a bunch of work.
If that's an archer, yeah, because Jordan is only on 2 data sucker tokens, so
and not much money.
He just eats an archer if it's there.
See, that 6 credits that Jordan cheated himself out of is actually giving him a little bit of a fit right now. I think
sitting do on $3 or so.
Yeah.
Luckily, the R&D runs are super cheap as far as we know.
Yeah.
So he's sitting pretty good. Hopefully he doesn't pay for the pop-up window again this time.
Actually, that's 7 credits then that he's cheated himself out of.
No. I did count that.
Oh, did you?
The Dirty Laundry was the 5.
Yeah.
And then he paid for 1 pop-up window. Man.
Painful.
Yep. Because he actually did pay for the Sansan trash. Right? He paid for the Sansan trash.
Out of the money that was in his pool.
Yeah. So we've seen an R&D run here. What do we want to see? I want to see like a wall of static. Yeah.
Boosh.
So it's costing him $3 per run instead of just the 1 that we had. Darren's sitting still pretty good on money.
1, 2.
Sansan City Grid.
Doesn't care. Scores a deal? No, Astroscript.
Astroscript.
Nice.
Jordan has 2 of the 3 Astroscripts. The last one is still in the deck.
Poor Darren.
So we're still missing. So we know that there's an NAPD contract in Darren's hand. We know that there's 1 more Astroscript. We know that there's 2 more Beals.
Yep.
So there's still agendas to be found
somewhere. We know they have to be somewhere.
They are. Either that or Darren is cheating. Doesn't have enough agenda points.
At this point, I might be checking my deck box.
It's happened to me before.
Yeah.
Where literally in the top or in the bottom 11 cards, there are 8 agendas in my opponent's deck. Now, I didn't have inevitability on my side that game, whereas Jordan does.
Yes.
My opponent had much more taxing ice.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Keeping the quandary.
He's like, here's an archer.
Yep.
It's that bluff is costing him $2 this time, right?
Yep.
Because keeping the quandary is essentially saying, I want to destroy your Yogg.
Yeah.
Right? So maybe it's a bluff that's worth making, right?
But now he has 3 data sucker tokens, so even if it is an archer, he's just going to get through it for 4 credits.
It is an archer. Nice.
And he does get in for
2 copies of archer. I like it. We might just see the win here, though.
I think I may have tried to...
Was this a Maker's Eye?
Yes.
Oh, my goodness. This is probably just the win here. He has enough money
5 cards.
Oh, no, he doesn't. How much money? He has 5 left? He has enough to steal NAPD.
Scores.
Steal, and that's the game.
Steal. Man, that's a tough one. You know, Darren getting a little unlucky. Jordan making some really clutch plays, though, for the win, I think.
Yeah, the Parasite and Quandary into killing the Archer. Yep. Super good play.
Yep. And then Darren just could not find the agendas. Probably should have played that fast track.
No, I don't think it was a fast track. I'm still pretty sure it was an NAPD.
Okay.
But maybe you should have played the NAPD. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, at some point you got to score some agendas. Yeah, that's a little... Darren's going to pile shuffle real quick, I think, before the next game. So thanks a lot, guys. The second game of this set is also on our YouTube channel, so check that out, and we will see you next time.
Take care. See ya.
Bye.